Hi. So today I'm going to talk about so there's this guy called PJ. Well, apparently he's a famous YouTuber, and he hangs out with Balin, who's a famous YouTube prankster. But what I am not happy about, he made on his highlights on Instagram, he called himself a man of God, and he had the cross. You see, he's wearing the cross on his chest, but you see, this is what I don't like. So this guy keeps like swearing on his live streams. I've been in quite a few of them, and I'm not really too happy that he's doing that. And just recently, I saw a reel, and he's used the really bad F word. He's trying to encourage people, and he's talking about love, but no. See, this is where I'm going very angry. So he's not a Christian. He's another one of these fake Christians, and what's the point deceiving people? I mean, yes, some people might not realize the scriptures, but the real intelligent ones who look at Ephesians 4:29 and 5:4 would know that why is this guy talking about God and love, and he can't even respect other people, and why has he got to use these sort of words? It's not making sense to me. And I'm sorry, Mr. PJ, but I won't call yourself a man of God unless I see a change, and unless you start really getting to grips with yourself, and you should not be swearing. And look, I mean, you have to be true to yourself. See, this would have been different, if an atheist were talking about it, or an agnostic, then yes, I could understand. Well, okay, you're not really very religious, and you won't be held to such high standards because you're not sure about Jesus, God. But people that are wearing the cross, they will be held to higher standards because they should be, higher than the worldly people that they're preaching or they're trying to teach the gospels or whatever. So it's no good you teaching about God and you're cursing and that is unclean. No. I mean, I'm not singling him out because of any reason, like his color or anything. I would have done the same thing if it was an Indian, if it was a black person. As I said, I don't mess about. I'm very strict on my Instagram. So yeah, so Mr. PJ, please get to grips with yourself, and if you can't do it, then that's fine. Just say that I am a fake Christian at the moment. It's okay. You can admit it, but please do not be a hypocrite like this. This is like the 10th. I've lost count, but I've been in about at least 10 of your live streams, and every live stream you're swearing. And some live streams you're even talking about God as well in these live streams, and about love. And you're doing these terrible rap music with swear words. So, you are absolutely a big hypocrite. I'm sorry to say. So at least with Dizzy, he was a half decent Christian, and he's really good. I've looked at all his videos, his pranks, his YouTube, and he's not perfect, but then no one's perfect, but he's as close, let's say, at least half decent level Christian. Not at my level, but then hardly anyone is at my level. Let's be honest. I'm like the GOAT, the goat of no swear. I mean, yes, maybe the really elite Baptist and the very, very top mystics, yes, are better. But, ordinary people, no chance. Even good Christians, no chance. Okay. Well, I think that would be all. But yeah, I just want to let you know that you got a long way to go. And I'll be monitoring you very closely and carefully. But, I don't want to hear all this nonsense about God and whatnot if you can't keep that clean, because you're just being a big hypocrite. And God doesn't like hypocrites. He doesn't like people that talk about him, try to represent him, and they're using foul language, because you got to wash that tongue out of your demons. If you need to go see exorcist, go and see an exorcist. Let him clean out the demonic, foul, bad words. Okay, that's all for tonight. Bye bye.